Welcome to the Cabaret of Creative Poetry, people. I grew up in the four Northeast cities: Boston, New York, Philly, D.C. The poets Ford reared me cities. I promise you, poetry is definitely going to be in the Northeast, darkened, mentality way. In eclectic diction. That's what the ED is for. At the end, deriving ideas, people, from a broad range of sorcerers and cities. Sources. Talk about ancient philosophers. Through this current diction. And the choice is mine. And the use of words, and it's yours. And the use of words while writing them and speaking them, or vice versa. The style of enunciation is yours or mine. In singing, or word speaking, or spoken them through the lexicon via the adverbs, the adjectives, the nouns, the proper grammatical usage. And it's all grouped in this eclectic diction language. I promise, ED. By these evil dictators, people. So, let me try to get a name for it. So we're going to call it, I know we'll call it three-dimensional, creation-based think poetry, people. Because it's deeper than the paper that they write it on, always cabaret. I know, long title. But the drinks are in the house, 100% absolute. So I need you to sip the drinks. Because it's saturated in the print. The divine right information has been changed to this new knowledge by these Satanist people. Boston is the birthplace of Prince Hall. A Black Masons. The boule, the top for us. But the boule of the planet, they work for them, damn it. Go read it. Why you think it was put there? Crispus Attucks, that's him. People, this is all Masonic. Anyway, flip. Philadelphia, the home of the AME Church. What does it really mean, people? What are you emancipated from, you African slave? Well, what's your name, Toby? What's your name, Toby? What's your name, Toby? Come on, people, Bill. You got to read the 13th Amendment again. You don't have no name. We don't have no name. And New York is the cradle. The cradle of this world's eco. Law of mechanicals. People in D.C. speaks loud, and that spoke loud for years to its crossed the pond folks. Since who really can know? Because their eclectic diction, by definition, is eclectic dictate. And would totally be different than true narrative, because you can't disprove 100% truth, and you can't make a negative positive on positive or a false real. 1 + 1 = 2 for real, and you can never disprove that. But somehow these de factos do. They take the facts and make them facts. Come on, man. Well, we know these facts are beginning to be disproved. Well, that proves by acute definition and description in this narrative that they give us that there can never be 100% truth. Remember the example I gave you in my eclectic diction? 1 + 1 = 2. And that can never be disproved by truth. But somehow these dudes try to do. So I leave me and ye. If you're really reckoning and adding, and looking at the magnets and the maddox and the madness. People, this is their Inuit coeptis nuvis ordo seclorum el pluribus unum carpe diem saturnalia ordo abceo. Since M, D, C, 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 L, X, X, I. Come on, 1871. United States Code 283002, 15 ABC, no sovereignty. You slave. Via Scholastica. That's where you get the information, people. Via Catholicos and Synagogo. 3-9 revelations for the biblicals. Or one universal eye under their God, people, their synagogues, their pews, their chapels, their chapters. No más. Por favor. El hombre blanco is the hablo. People, they're one universal God that teaches the masses what to think and what to not to think. Welcome to the cabaret. All these things were put in them cities for evil reason, people. Trust me. And I was reading all of them. People, I've been reading about these cities since I was a kid, man, and somehow I had access. I wish I could show. And I knew what I know. This place is evil, y'all. And all these cities are backed by a certain thing. It is what it is. It is what it is. But that's the truth. Boston, New York, Philly, D.C. Emancipated people. the African slave. Means redesigned. You got to understand, Reconstruction is a redesign of slavery. Emancipation, people. Acute definition and description. In this narrative that they give us, the most acute terms are hidden in the lexicon. The adverbs, the nouns, the grammar uses, the adjectives, and it's all grouped in this eclectic math language. If you add it. I'm trying to tell you, people, but you won't believe me. And I'm reading this right out their books. All these things were put there for a reason, people. Bill.